time for another beer review. Apologies for the radio silence. I've been a bit under the weather this last week or so I'm just easing myself back in today with the lowest ABV beer that I've got in my fridge, and it is a can of Obolon Beer Mix Raspberry Radler, coming in at 2.5%. Obolon are a macro brewery out of Kyiv in the Ukraine. I picked this up in one of the European shops in Carlisle. I've had a few of them from them. I quite like that. They do a cola one, and that's quite nice. I haven't had this one before, so we'll see what we get. So yeah, been a bit under the weather. Saturday I had my first beers in a few days, and when I was at the football, and yeah, so it's Monday night now. We'll see what we get. I didn't expect this colour. When it was saying it was raspberry, I was not expecting a pale yellow, high levels of clarity, very vigorous carbonation in it, and a brilliant white head. Yeah, that's an absolute curveball. That it's looking golden on the camera, but it's a very pale yellow. Get the nose, but absolutely bucket loads of raspberry. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a slush puppy kind of vibe. It does smell quite nice, actually. Right, let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's pleasant. There's a little bit of like a corn taste on the aftertaste. The flavour does die out, and you get this like corn biscuit kind of vibe. So it's kind of, there's more of the malts out of the beer are coming out, and then I'm gonna guess there's been like a like raspberry, like it just says special beer mix raspberry pasteurised. But I'm just seeing if I'd actually raspberry like a drink added to it. It doesn't say if it does. It just feels like there's just been like some kind of like raspberry like flavouring added to it. It's pleasant. It's very refreshing. It's something that you could just chug pints of. It's not the most complex of beers. It's a very simple, serviceable radler. It does all the things that you would expect of a radler. And, you know, since the conflict, there was a big spate of charity beers and a load of Ukrainian beers, and they've kind of slowed down a little bit in the UK. I know there's a big massive thing coming up in Liverpool with the Eurovision Song Contest, and there's going to be a load of Liverpool breweries and Ukrainian breweries doing some collabs together, so hopefully we might see a few more knocking about. But it's just nice if I see a new Ukrainian beer or a charity beer, I'll just keep picking them up from time to time. It's not the worst radler I've had in the world, it's not the best radler I've had in the world, but it's a radler that I could revisit again. And I have got a soft spot for radlers. So yeah, it's good for the style, is what I'm going to say. So that is beer mix raspberry. I'll put it that way because it's in English then. So there you go, beer mix raspberry. Thank you for watching, and on to the next one. Cheers.